This is Robert Kraft, and I'm coming to you live on SNNLive, and we're here at the Source Capital Group 2016 Disruptive Growth and Healthcare Conference in New York City. With me right now is Michael Nelson from Intrommune Therapeutics. It's a private company. Michael, welcome to SNNLive.
Thank you for having me.
It's our pleasure to have you on here. So, for our audience that may not know the story yet, let's get an overview of the company.
Yeah, sure. So Intrommune Therapeutics, it's a New York City-based biopharmaceutical company, and we're focused on developing a convenient food allergy immunotherapy. Our initial target is peanut allergies, and what we do is we incorporate peanut proteins into a toothpaste base, so you basically could brush away your food allergies.
What? Toothpaste based?
Yeah.
Listen, I've heard of every type of way that you could take some kind of medicine, but toothpaste is a new one. So tell me, you got to expand on that. How does this work?
So this is actually something that came from a brilliant physician at Weill Cornell. He was brushing his teeth one day and had this great idea that where in the mouth the toothpaste is actually welling is exactly where you want the proteins to contact the mouth. There's been about a 30-year history of immunotherapy done with drops under the tongue. In fact, on the respiratory side, it's about 50% of the market in Europe. And this is really just the next step, which is using it for food proteins. So it's been known like allergy shots for 100 years. It's a gradual desensitization, applying a controlled amount of protein to your immune cells. And the body slowly develops a desensitization, a tolerance to those proteins. So it works the same for respiratory and food.
Okay, so literally, so the toothpaste itself is the therapeutic you're developing, and then, when I have to take that therapy, I put it on my toothbrush and just brush my teeth. Is there a certain amount of time I got to brush my teeth for? I mean, how does it work?
Right, so very good question. So the proteins are incorporated into a specialized toothpaste, a proprietary toothpaste that stabilizes those proteins.
Is there a mint flavor?
We can do just about any flavor, but currently it is a mint flavor. The primary market for this is actually children, so we'll develop some fruit flavors for it as well. But when you brush your teeth, and 98% of Americans brush their teeth every day, you get your immunotherapy. You get that daily adherence. I mean, that's really the issue with food immunotherapy is you have to do it every day. So by incorporating into something that you're already doing every day, we solve the issue of compliance, and it's a metered dose, so it's a controlled amount. You know exactly how much you're getting, and the idea is you should brush your teeth for the same 2 minutes that the ADA recommends, and this is a complete replacement for that toothbrushing. It's a fully functional toothpaste.
So how is it a metered dose? I mean, we all brush our teeth. We just take out the toothpaste, we put a little bit on the brush. So how are you controlling that?
Yeah, so we control it. It's actually a pump container rather than a regular squeeze tube, and one pump or two pumps, depending on what your dosage is, will be your daily dose of toothpaste.
So now I'm trying to figure out the connection between the allergies and this type of therapeutic. So can you explain the correlation and how you came to that conclusion?
Yeah, so it's been known for a long time that there's antigen-presenting cells. The immune cells are located in the skin, where they've been doing for 100-plus years allergy injections. Everyone hears of allergy shots. It's also been known for 30-plus years that those same type of cells are in your mouth as oral dendritic cells. And so the issue was, what people didn't know is, even though sublingual drops under the tongue are effective, they didn't know that that's actually the lowest concentration is the sublingual area under the tongue of those cells. So the fact that we're actually contacting all the oral mucosa when you brush your teeth, we're increasing the contact area by 14 times approximately, and then on top of that you're contacting the areas of the mouth that have much higher density of those cells. And it makes sense, because where is your body normally exposed to foreign proteins? It's the skin and the mouth.
So why the peanut allergies first, correct?
Peanut allergy is the first target. Unfortunately, everyone's heard of horror stories about peanut allergies. It's something that really affects kids. The incidence of peanut allergies has increased by a factor of 4 amongst children. There's 15 million people in the U.S. that have food allergies. Approximately over 3 million of them have peanut allergies, and children make up more than 1.5 million of those. And that's not because people outgrow the peanut allergies, it's just the incidence has increased greatly. And unfortunately, every year, 100 people or more die from food allergies.
So is the therapeutics that you're developing, is it a platform therapeutic where it could be applied to multiple different allergies, or is this specifically just for peanut allergies?
No, so this is a platform that we're developing, but our first target, and we have to go straight through the FDA we might be able to skip phase 1 based on research that's already been done, but we have to go straight through the FDA and get approval. So initially we will go after peanut, but there's 8 key foods that cause 90% of food allergies. So like milk, egg, wheat, and that's not gluten sensitivity, that's actually wheat allergies, fish, shellfish, soy. These are the pipeline for us because it's already laid out by how many people have various food allergies.
So is this a cure that you're developing, or is it more of just a way to just manage the allergy?
Right. It's unfortunately it's not a cure for most people. For most people, it's actually a desensitization. So children and their families really live in fear of accidentally ingesting a peanut or coming into contact with a peanut or being on a plane. Kids are often ostracized. They have to sit at their own table. They're bullied because they have peanut allergies. This is a way that if they accidentally eat a peanut, they'll be fine. But it's not so you could go and eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Most people will not be tolerized. They're only going to be desensitized. And it is actually a big difference. You'll be able to walk around and live freely. You're not going to... Children aren't going to feel like they're sick. They're just going to brush their teeth like everybody else does. But they won't be able to have Reese's peanut butter cups.
So Michael, another thing I want to know is how long does it take for it to work?
Right. So a very good question. So we're working with a number of key opinion leaders at top universities who've done a number of studies actually using peanut extract as drops under the tongue, which have a number of side effects and efficiency issues in terms of where in the mouth you're reaching. But it does take a few months, maybe 6 months, to build up that tolerance. So our expectation is you'll have multiple doses over a 4 to 6 month period where you'll build up a desensitization, and then you'll go on a maintenance dose for a long period of time. But once you're on that maintenance dose, the idea is you can eat a peanut and not have to worry about going into anaphylaxis.
So where was the science developed? How did it come to be?
Yeah, so, the underlying science itself has been around for a long time, the knowledge about immunotherapy and how immunotherapy works. The product itself, the idea itself, comes from a number of areas, but really one of the main drivers is Dr. Bill Reisacker out of Weill Cornell, and he's done a study at Weill Cornell on respiratory allergies, and that the results from that study are actually going to be published hopefully in the next few weeks, actually.
And what's your background? How'd you get into this?
Yeah. So I have a bit of a varied background. I actually started off my career as an attorney. I practiced law for a few years, and now I call myself a recovering attorney. I actually switched into healthcare banking and investing, and about 6-7 years ago I switched over and started working on early stage healthcare companies. Really wanted to do something where I could help people and build up a business, and I'd been looking around at different technologies and actually came across what Dr. Reisacker was doing and knew, I just saw it and I was like, that's a brilliant idea.
Okay, so we're in 2016. From what you can tell me, what are some of the milestones and goals for the company this year, near term and long term?
So very near term, we're going to have a couple of interesting news pieces coming out. So we expect the patent to be issuing that covers what we're calling oral mucosal immunotherapy, the toothbrushing. We're going to have Dr. Reisacker's study results published, which we expect to be a key milestone for us, because then we could actually start talking about the data. We know sublingual immunotherapy for peanuts works. We've shown that the oral mucosal platform works, and now we have to take the two together. This year we're expecting to file an IND with the FDA and do some capital raising as well.
So where can our audience go and find more information about the company?
Yeah, I mean, if you could go to Intrommune.com and look at our website, and that has links to a lot of data as well.
My name is Robert Kraft, and I'm coming to you live on SNNLive here at the Source Capital Group 2016 Disruptive Growth and Healthcare Conference in New York City. With me again has been Michael Nelson from Intrommune Therapeutics, a private company. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.